Yes, candles do dance. Dumelang kaofela. Ke a le amohela mo lelanong la rona la kajeko la GMTV. I'm your host with the most, Ausrefilwe, popularly known as Gogo Moyo. Today, we are on our third part of our 4-part series on candles. Welcome. Before we go into the wonderful behavior of candles, remember, click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. You won't want to miss out on any notifications, trust. Also, if you have missed out on any of the previous parts of this candle series, be sure to catch the links momoyeng. Remember guys, we influence our environments, including the tools that we use. So anytime you are about to start anything, please check in with yourself. Reflect and see what is the status of your being, of your energy, and of your spirit. Because with candles, they are very much reflective of who you are and the state in which you are. Don't be surprised at the reaction of your candle. It will always speak to how you were when you started and initiating, trying to transcend and speak to your guides. So here it goes. Let's go into the different ways that a candle behaves. There's one of sparking, where literally your candle sounds like it's making a tisk sound continuously, and you're wondering what's wrong with the candle. Sometimes you may have handled it with water and that's why it's sparking. But in most instances, it speaks of a spiritual warfare. So be mindful and also be able to read your candle so that you can know about your environment and how you're influenced in that moment. There's the dancing flame, the one that goes side to side. That speaks of unrest. And it also speaks of you needing to meditate more when you start engaging your candle and starting to pray with it. Candles show a lot and reflect a lot of our environments. So the way a candle behaves should always be more about what's going on around you, your physical state, your emotional state. What about the crying wax? Literally, the wax is dripping from all sides of your candle, or even concentrating on one side, even clumping and being very chunky. What does that mean? It speaks about you and your wellness. It speaks about the condition of your heart. It speaks of emotions. If you are heavy-hearted, rather avoid lighting a candle, because the crying that the candle is making is reflective of your current state of emotions. And then there's the dying flame, one that doesn't even look like it has any power or getting any oxygen for it to keep burning. It's weak. It's very, what could I say? It's fickle. It's also speaking to your physical way of how your body is. In essence, it's talking about how your body feels. It's suggesting that you're weak. You could even be ailing, and that's why it doesn't have the power or catch the kind of lift it needs for it to burn well. There's also a flame that likes to build and build and build, and it keeps rising, almost like it wants to make the shape of a pine tree, very tall one. That's also speaking to the height that needs to be reached by your spirit. Almost like what you are currently praying for. The feedback that you're getting from this flame is talking about how much your energy and your spirit wants to be lifted from what it's praying about. And then there's the still flame. The still flame is exactly what you want. It's the place where you want to reach when you know that you are having a great meditative and praying session. A still flame speaks and balances out all the energies. You are well physically, emotionally, mentally. All is well. Sometimes the quality of a candle also affects the behavior of a candle. I've realized on certain occasions that certain brands are made differently and they're more water-based, meaning that the sparking sound is more prevalent, or maybe that one odd pack that you bought. So maybe look at the candle that you're using and try on a different day with a different candle from the same pack. If you are realizing and picking up on a trend, rather change out your entire pack, because the quality of a candle, even in its manufacturing, can affect the results that you get from your candle. Be mindful, guys. You don't want to be using decorative or scented candles, because we want to create an environment that is not influenced by anything. So if you get one of these basic, long, and unscented candles, that's the one that's going to be able to give you the feedback that you need, because it's not influencing your space. These big, round, and chunky candles may look great and smell great, but they're not going to essentially burn quite as long or even burn the way that you need to. If you've noticed, these big chunky ones end up welling inside, creating a whole dam of wax. And over time, you find that you can't even burn your candle all the way to the end because it wasn't designed to actually do that. So if you're trying to do some candle magic, stray from using those and use the basic candle that we use when we're load shedded. What happens when your candle suddenly switches off? It's been on for quite a bit. You've been praying on it, and suddenly the flame just dies, as if it's been blown out. If you ever experience that, please don't fight to light the candle again. There's something about what you're asking for, your environment, and the combination of how you feel that says, do not use the candle further. What more when you try to light a candle? You literally go through 3, 4, 5 candle matchsticks. And each time the flame seems like it wants to catch, but it just dies. Please do not be forceful of this energy as well. There's something about you and the energy in that moment that says, today we don't need this light. So go on, pray, upahle, and finish your meditative session. Tomorrow you get a chance to try again. If you notice, flame and fire is very important. Firstly, color is a very important signal that we use when we communicate with the divine and with our ancestors. In most cases, when it comes to literature, whenever they make references to fire or to flame, it's usually in communication with the divine, whoever that is for you. Think about also in ubungoma. When we do traditional healing ceremonies, whether it's for good or for bad, there's always a flame or a fire burning, because we use it, if not for every ceremony, but for the most part. Fire is very attractive, and so is the flame. You see it in the dark. If you're ever stuck out at sea and you see a flame or a light, you look over and try to find direction using it. If you're stuck in the wilderness, you make a fire to keep the predators and the wild animals away, to keep you sheltered and safe. Whenever there's light, you're always drawn towards it. And that's the same relationship that we should keep with the flames of our candles, because it's the spark and it's the light that we use to connect with our ancestors. Anyone who knows me knows just how much I love candles. Whether I'm in my practice or I'm sitting in my home or enjoying a beautiful bath, I make sure to light up my environment, because lighting up the flame lights up and sparks up my life. So guys, if you loved this video, make sure to like and especially share with your friends. Oh, before I forget, tomorrow I get to announce who the lucky winners are of the lunch competition. So 2 of my subscribers get to enjoy a wonderful lunch with me. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who found it important to join into this fun and exciting competition. If any of you guys would like to share with me your experiences of the whole entire series leading up to now, please, in the comment section, drop your question or your comment. Don't forget to use the hashtag #AskGogoMoyo. Thank you so much for tuning in to this crazy and exciting episode of GMTV. Of course, I was your host, Gogo Moyo. Togozan.